Hello, everybody. Holy cow. All right, everybody. I am live. Sorry about that, folks. I was going to go live when it was going to be for the second half of this game, and unfortunately, I had to deal with an issue. So as a result, well, right now, it's a commercial. I I've been dealing with an issue for quite a bit of time, and it involves NFL Plus because I have the NFL app on Roku, and if it would allow me, I'd be able to check out NFL Plus content because I actually got NFL Plus back in September, and I've been having problems playing NFL content through the NFL app on Roku. So, all right. So since that has gone to commercial, now it's time to talk about, you guessed it, I see that nobody's on right now, or nobody's watching right now, but maybe they will. Excuse me. But if I told you if the Bills lost 20-3, would you believe it? Would you believe that the Bills lost 20-3? Because that's what I thought was going to happen. I actually thought the Bills were going to lose either 20-3 or by another score. I thought they were going to lose 20-3 because that's how it was in the second quarter. That is right. That's how it felt. It felt like Baltimore was going to win the game. And I really thought that the Bills weren't going to come back. Because I actually took this off while I was upset when it was 20-0. I thought there was no hope. No hope. I see that the game's back on, but that's okay. And it looks like Chris Godwin's hurt. Oh, that doesn't look good. Maybe he'll be fine. I don't know. But back to what I was saying. If you thought that the Bills were going to lose this game, I actually thought that in the second quarter. But hold on a minute. I really thought that the Bills were going to lose 20-3 or even more. But okay. All right.
The Bills make me wanna shout. Kick your heels up and shout. Throw your hands up and shout. Throw your head back and shout. Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout. Yeah, 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 yeah. Shout it right now, baby.
You will.
Come on.
Say you will. Come on, shout. Yeah. Now. Will it happen now? Now. Yeah. Happen now. Yeah. Let's go, Buffalo. Let's go, Buffalo.
The Bills make me wanna.
Oh, yeah. I just had to do that. Woo! Man, oh, man. Wow. Oh, wow. I did not expect. Yeah. The Bills came back from 20 to 3, scored 20 unanswered points. After the field goal that Baltimore made, which made it 20 to 3, Baltimore did not score again. And every single time that they at least tried to at least get more points, they failed. They especially failed in the second half. The first half, it was all Baltimore. It was pretty much all Baltimore. That was pretty much it, with the exception of the touchdown that happened near the end of the first half. That is right. There was a touchdown by the Bills near the end of the first half that made it 20 to 10. That gave me some promise. And then, of course, the Bills scored again. They got a field goal that made it 20 to 13. And then they got another touchdown, which made it 20 to 20. It was tied. It was actually tied for a very long time. And by the way, while I was doing this, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers scored. It's 38 to 24 at this current time. So I'll probably put that down while I'm doing this stream. Now back to what I was saying. Now, the first half it was pretty much all Baltimore. There was a couple of turnovers. Unfortunately, Josh Allen, which tried to get it to one of, I think it was a wide receiver. Unfortunately, it got picked, and that led to a Baltimore touchdown. And I think that was a touchdown pass. No. Now that I think of it, no, it could have been a touchdown pass, but I'm not sure. But it led to a touchdown that made it 7-0. And then, of course, the Bills couldn't do nothing. And I think on their second possession, they turned it over again, but it was fumbled this time because I can't think of who it was. It was either McKenzie or somebody. I can't think of who actually fumbled the ball. It could have been McKenzie or Singletary or whatever not. But I do remember that Baltimore got it back, and then of course they scored another touchdown that made it 14-0. Yeah, these tries will tell me. The other game went to commercial. Yeah. Okay, here's how it was. Excuse me. I screwed up here. So Buffalo had it, and then of course, unfortunately, it got intercepted. It was intended for Dawson Knox. That ended up giving Baltimore a chance to get a touchdown or get points early, and a 1 yard touchdown pass to Dobbs made it 7-0. And then, of course, the Bills were able to get a field goal in the next possession. And that made it 7-3, actually. I do apologize for the mix up there. I forgot about the field goal. So the Bills scored a field goal that made it 7-3, and then of course Baltimore on their next possession ended up getting a touchdown. The defense, the Buffalo defense, hardly did anything on that tic- particular drive that Baltimore did, and Dobbs got in for a touchdown, which was a 4-yard run, and that made it 14-3. And then, of course, it was Singletary that fumbled. Buffalo tried, but Singletary fumbled, and that gave the ball right back. It gave it to Lamar Jackson in Baltimore. But surprisingly enough, the defense didn't do too bad on the next Baltimore possession, as only a field goal was the only points that Baltimore could do on that drive. It was a 42-yard field goal by Justin Tucker. That made it 17-3. And that was, of course, the first quarter's scoring wise. Second quarter, Buffalo tried, and they ended up punting that. And then, of course, Baltimore got it back. They could only do a 51-yard field goal that made it 17-3. Or no, excuse me, that made it 20-3. Excuse me. So there you go. So that's how it went. And then, of course, Buffalo scored near the end of the second quarter, which made it 20-10. And that's how it is. And the game is going on. And was that a no third down? Third down on that. Okay, back to Buffalo and Baltimore. So it went Baltimore's way. They made it 7-0, and then Buffalo, of course, was able to get a field goal, made it 7-3, and then of course Baltimore scored a touchdown on their next possession that made it 14-3, and then there were two field goals that made it 20-3, and then of course Buffalo scored near the end of the second quarter, which as a result made it 20-10 at the half. And then, of course, Buffalo ended up grinding back. Baltimore had problems in the second half. They could hardly even score. The defense of Buffalo was much better. And as a result, Buffalo ended up getting back into the game. And of course, the third quarter, Baltimore did nothing on their first possession in the second quarter. But Buffalo, of course, Tyler Bass ended up getting a field goal on. This was Buffalo's first possession of the second half. That made it 20-13. And then, of course, Baltimore also failed on that possession. They hardly got nothing. And I don't they might have gotten one first down, and that was it. Yeah, they only got one first down in that play, and they had to, of course, punt. And then on Buffalo's next possession, they got a touchdown. So as a result, Buffalo ended up tying the game. It made it 20-20 near the end of the third quarter, and it would actually stay 20-20 until near the end of the game, because Baltimore got two first downs on their next possession, and that would, I think, take it to the end of the third quarter, bring it into the fourth quarter, and then of course Buffalo would get it back. They didn't get a single first down, so that was a 3-and-out for Buffalo. And then, of course, Baltimore on their next possession tried. Okay, wait a minute. Baltimore near the end of the third quarter. That was the first interception. That's right. That was the first interception that Baltimore gave up. That was near the end of the third quarter. But of course, Buffalo didn't have a chance to get any first downs. They had a punt. And then Baltimore on their next possession, unfortunately, they ended up getting near the end zone. And unfortunately, they went for it on fourth down and it was picked in the end zone by Jordan Poyer. Jordan Poyer actually had two interceptions. Two interceptions. So as a result, Buffalo got it back. It was at the 20, and Buffalo never turned it over, and they would keep it for the rest of the game. And it led to a 21-yard field goal by Tyler Bass with 3 seconds left to go. The kick was good. Buffalo wins 23-20. So there you go. I may have screwed up here and there while trying to explain the statistics and whatever not, or explain the how the drives went. I do apologize, but Buffalo won it. Buffalo won 23-20. It was a comeback win, and their 7-game losing streak with games decided by 8 or less points is over after 7 straight. This was Buffalo's first win by 8 or less points since the Super Wild Card game back in 2021 against the Colts. Buffalo is 3-1. And surprisingly enough, Buffalo did not lead at all until a final field goal that Tyler Bass kicked. Baltimore led almost through the entire game except when it was tied. So, what does that tell you? Buffalo, surprisingly enough, did a better job in the second half than they did in the first half. And even though Josh Allen did not have as much passing yards like he did in week 3, he still did a pretty good job. He only had one interception in the game. Only one. He only allowed one interception. That was it. And he did a pretty good job. And I will give credit to Lamar Jackson as well, even though he had 2 interceptions. And I will say Lamar Jackson is a really good quarterback. No question about it. It's just unfortunate that his team let him down. And there were some questionable decisions by John Harbaugh that one particular play where they went for it on fourth down, I can't blame him. I really can't. Because honestly, if Baltimore would have gotten the touchdown on fourth down, then Buffalo would have had to get a touchdown to tie it. No question about it. I don't blame John Harbaugh for going for it on fourth down. I really don't. But surprisingly enough, Baltimore, after the first half, blew it. They blew it big time. They did the same thing like they did with Miami in week 2. And Buffalo capitalized on it. So Buffalo is 3-1, the same record as Miami. And Buffalo's got the Pittsburgh Steelers next week. So that is that. I'm pretty happy with how Buffalo played in the second half because I was so frustrated with them when it came to the first half. I thought they would have played better. But surprisingly enough, they kept their composure after being down 20-3 and came back to win it and won 23-20. Buffalo's 3-1. They got the Pittsburgh Steelers next week. And of course, that won't be live streamed. I'll have to talk about it on Sunday night and let you know my feelings about that game afterward. So now that was Buffalo. So now I'm going to commentate the rest of this game because it's in the fourth quarter right now. It's Kansas City up 41-24. At the time I was talking about the game, it was 38-24 at the time. And Kansas City is surprisingly playing well. Tampa Bay is still in it. The question is, will they be able to come back and win? They only got 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter to try to make a comeback. So it's second down. .940 left. Brady throws. It's caught. Only gets a couple yards on that play. Number 7 gets 2 or 3 yards. And that, I think it's Fournette. Leonard Fournette is what made the grab. Who made the grab, excuse me. And Brady throws in third down. And there's a flag. So who's the flag on? That's the question. I don't know who it's on. I see Godwin. What's the flag? Offensive pass interference. So this is going back. All right. I don't know why that was called offensive pass interference. That was a questionable call, I think. But it's third down and 16 now. Brady's going to throw it. He's going to fire. He's going to get his man, and there's another flag. And it's a holding call, so this is going back to. Wow. He had potential of getting the first down, and the holding call brings it back. The way they're going to have to force the punt. They're going to have to punt. And there was holding. Lucky break for Kansas City. So it's third and 26. Wow. Here's a run. There was a short pass this time. Cole Beasley, former Buffalo Bill, fortunately got a couple yards. So I think Tampa Bay is going to punt. So I don't think Tampa Bay is going to make a comeback at all unless they able to stop Kansas City. So the Buccaneers are going to punt 8-10 left in the fourth quarter. And there's the punt. The kick is away. It's going to be at the 22. And here's a big run to the 34-yard line. And that's where Kansas City will start that drive. It's been all Kansas City, I'll tell you that. And they're in commercial. Okay. I'm sorry that I took this long to. All right, so it's on commercial right now. I'm gonna check NFL.com for a minute. Oh, and I was pretty. By the way, I was pretty happy that the Patriots lost. I can tell you, Mahomes has had a pretty good day. I just want to. There's still a Monday Night Football game tomorrow. See, I expected Kansas City to win, but I didn't expect them to win by this much. So it's a first down, and it looks like Hilaire gets at least 8 or 9 yards. Edwards-Hilaire. Second down. Well, that's not one of. By the way, I'm looking at this. I want to look at the stats here. Wow, 3 touchdowns for Patrick Mahomes. 247 yards so far. 22 completed passes. He passes it off. That's a first down. That's Edwards-Hilaire again. 3 yards. All right, so it's first down and 10 at the almost the 45-yard line, almost midfield. Edwards-Hilaire, it looks like, again. Got a couple a couple yards on that play. It's second down. And all Kansas City really needs to do is run down some clock. That's really what they need to do. Surprised that Bruce Arians, which they showed him on in the booth there. I wish he didn't retire. He probably would have did better than Todd Bowles. Last week, Tampa Bay lost to Green Bay. There's a throw to Edwards-Helaire again. This time he only gets to midfield. So it's third down. That tells you that Tampa Bay is not as good as they were last year and the year before. So, so far the Eagles is undefeated. All right, so third down and 5. Mahomes is going to throw it. He's going to really throw it, and it's intercepted. Picked. And I don't know who picked it off. Looks like Murphy Bunting. But that was a pick. I think that's the first interception by Patrick Mahomes in this game. Man, oh man. But still, if Tampa Bay wants to come back, they got to really pick it up. Yeah. Up until that, he didn't have an interception. So 3 touchdowns, 1 interception for Mahomes. So it's 249 passing yards, 23 completions, 37 attempts. He also had 34 rushing yards. Yeah, Murphy Bunting was the one that intercepted the ball. So Tampa Bay is going to have it at the 34-yard line in Kansas City territory. All right. See, unless Kansas City makes quite a bit of mistakes, they're going to win the game. All right. I'm still waiting for the commercial to come. Well, the game to come back on. All right. So it looks like Tampa Bay got the first down. And there's only less than 5 minutes left. So it's at the 21 now. That must have been a big run. Brady throws incomplete. So 2nd and 10. Brady throws. It's caught. Got a couple of yards, 9 yards at least. It's 3rd down. Okay, so Leonard Fournette was the one that, it was a 13-yard pass. Okay, 13-yard pass, actually. Okay, Brady's throwing again, and it's a 1st down, and it's gone when it looks like. It's 1st and goal. Brady throws. It's caught, and it's going to be a touchdown. It looks like Leonard Fournette. Yes, it's Leonard Fournette. Excuse me. So Leonard Fournette gets the touchdown. I'll be surprised if Kansas City blows this lead. Yeah. So this should make it 41-31. And it will. So it's 41-31. Tampa Bay scores. $41-31. It's in commercial. So it's not over yet, but it's going to be harder for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win it. It's a 10-point game. I will say, if you're a Bills fan and you're watching this through the archive, you probably are proud that the Bills won and the Patriots lost today. Yeah, against the Green Bay Packers. All right. If anybody was in here, I'd probably talk with them. That's all right, though. So, what is Tampa Bay going to do? Are they going to kick it away, or are they going to? They had 3 timeouts left. They might just kick this sucker away, unless they want to onside kick it. No, they're kicking it away, and it'll be a touch to back. So Kansas City will have it at the 20-yard line. So Kansas City is still leading. Of course, Tampa Bay will have to get a stop here if they want. That's not going to do it. Edwards-Helaire is going to get at least 8 yards on that play. So it's second down and 2. All right, so it's second and 2. It's at the 34 yard line. Edwards-Helaire is trying to get the first down. I think that's Edwards-Helaire. Yes, it is. He will not get there. He does get at least 1 yard, but that is it. So it's third down and 1. Tampa Bay does take their first time out. So Brady's waiting. Kansas City's been good in this game. Hold on a minute. All right. Like I said, even though Kansas City's been good in this game, they haven't been that perfect. That's easily going to be a first down. That's easily going to be a first down. They're going to have to take. Tampa Bay's going to have to take another timeout. Or they're going to just let it go to the 2-minute warning. That's what it looks like. And Kansas City doesn't have to run another play. They can just take it to the 2-minute warning. And they're just going to. That's it. 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning. I'm a little tired, guys. All right, so it's 2-minute warning, guys. Just in case anybody's watching, I assume one is watching. I am checking out the Tampa Bay Kansas City game. And right now it's getting closer to the end of the game. It's 2 minutes left. First down at 10 for Kansas City. And the way it's going, I think Tampa Bay, if they stop Kansas City, they'll be able to at least have one more possession with at least time left on the clock, but they'll have no timeouts. And goodbye to whoever was watching. All right, so it's first and 10. Edwards-Helaire gets a couple yards. He gets to the 41-yard line, it looks like. He's a pretty good running back, I'll tell you that. So Tampa Bay, I think, took their final timeout. Or not final timeout, their second timeout. All right, so Kansas City, they have to face the Raiders. I think they're going to beat the Raiders. I think Kansas City is going to beat the Raiders. The only opponent that could give them trouble is, of course, the Bills. My team in 2 weeks. Edwards-Helaire might have a hard time with Buffalo, especially how good Buffalo's run defense is. I can definitely tell that Tampa Bay's run defense isn't that good, but they at least try. And they actually stopped Edwards-Helaire on that particular play. Tampa Bay will take their final timeout. Tampa Bay's schedule, they have the Falcons next week. That's going to be tough, especially how the Falcons have been playing. Steelers, they might beat. Panthers, they might beat. The Ravens, they're going to have tough. One good thing about it, they don't have to face the Bills, I'll tell you that. Only Kansas City does. So it's 3rd and 7. 1 minute 48 seconds left. Tampa Bay's out of timeouts. If Kansas City gets a first down here, it's over with. If they don't, they give Tampa Bay another chance to at least get a touchdown or a field goal. But then, of course, Tampa Bay would have to onside kick it. 3rd and 7. Handoff to Edwards-Helaire again. And this should be it. Yes, it will. That will do it. So Kansas City is going to beat Tampa Bay 41-31. Oh, there's a holding. Never mind. Screw that. Screw that. A holding pushes it back. Wow, that was pretty close. Portson holds a Tampa Bay defender. So as a result, it's going to be 3rd and 17. And whoever was here, sorry that you had to leave. Yeah, but as a result of that, Kansas City needs 17 yards. I thought Edwards-Helaire was going to get that first down, but the holding penalty pushes Kansas City back. 1 minute, 41 seconds left in the game. Edwards-Helaire, I assume, or that's not Edwards-Helaire, I don't think. But whoever it was, unfortunately, they didn't get the first down. So Tampa Bay's going to have it again. But Kansas City can take some clock out. Well, the way Tom Brady's going, he's going to be 125-5. Because the Tampa Bay needs a score and an onside kick. And either Kansas City's taking a timeout. They must have took timeout. So it's timeout, 52 seconds left. Of course, next Sunday is the Bengals and the Ravens. So that will be the one that I will be most likely calling the second half for. Because it's not my team, so. And I was only able to do my team at the times where they were playing a night game. All right, so Kansas City will punt. They punt it away. The fair catch is made. It's going to be at the 21-yard line. So 45 seconds left in the game. Brady has to bring it into field goal range at least to get Suck up to be able to kick the field goal. So 45 seconds. All right, so it's a 21. Brady's going to throw. It's going to be caught. They got to go fast because they don't have a timeout. So time is running down. It's first down and 10. Brady again is going to throw it. This time it's a long, almost intercepted. 21 seconds left. All right. Second down and 10. 21 seconds left. I probably would have spiked the ball if I was Brady. Second and 10. Brady's going to throw. It's caught at the fifth. They're going to do the thing handoff. There's 12 seconds left. There was a lateral on that play. The guy handed it off, and it's the first down. 12 seconds left. It's first down at 10. All right, so they're in Kansas City territory. Will Brady try for a Hail Mary? No. Nothing going on that. Number 29 couldn't do anything. Only got a couple yards. It's 7 seconds left. And Tampa Bay is definitely not going to win now with 7 seconds left. So Brady's going to throw it. And it's caught. Handed it off. And that's going to do it. That's going to do it. With no time left, 41-31 is your final. Godwin couldn't break the tackle. And unfortunately, Kansas City wins, which I thought they would. But I didn't expect Tampa Bay to try to come back. 41-31 was the final. This makes Chris Stillwell happy. So Buffalo and Kansas City are 3-1. And unfortunately for the Buccaneers, they're 2-2. But I'm at least happy that the Patriots are 1-3. Yay! All right. So that ends the game, folks. That's it for Sunday games. The Sunday night football game wasn't as good as certain games that I watched. Wow. The game between Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints was fun. And of course, the Buffalo Baltimore game was fun. And then, of course, the Green Bay Packers and New England Patriots game was fun. Wow. And I mean, wow. What a day. Oh, and the Raiders won their first game. They are 1-3 as well. So no team is going to go winless, which is good. There's not going to be an 0-17 team this year, which is awesome. And the Bills won today. That is awesome. And of course, next week it's the Steelers for my team. And of course, the next Sunday night football game that I will be doing the second half for is, of course, the Bengals against the Ravens, which is pretty cool. But I'll be talking about my thoughts on the Bills game against the Steelers as well. And that'll be for next week. So until I see ya, go Bills. I was pretty happy about that. And as for what TechBox said, I don't think not sure what Michael Jackson the Experience is. I'm been mostly talking about football, so I might have to wait a minute. That's that game, right? I've never played it. If you're talking about the Michael Jackson the Experience game, I haven't played it. I've only seen reviews of it. That's it. Maybe someday I'll have to try it. So if that answers your question, there you go. All right, folks. I thank you all for watching. This was a short one this time because I didn't get started because I was having problems. And next time it'll probably be different. It'll probably be different. So until next time, and I'll give my thoughts on the Bills next time, and the Bills Steelers game, of course, I'll be talking about, along with doing some commentary on the Bengals and Ravens game. All right, folks. Go Bills, go. And thank you all for watching. Peace out, everybody. And hopefully, there's more awesome football games to come later.